Okay, it's 4:25 on my stove clock. I always keep my clocks about 5 minutes faster on all of my devices, clocks and everything. But what 4:25 a.m. I still don't use any lights. I haven't, it's probably going on, I feel like about 2 months that I haven't flipped on any light switches. I still use the solar lights that I bought from Family Dollar. But what I'm wanting to say this morning is I just woke up as I normally would, but this morning I woke up with a word in my heart that was said to me, self-employed. And I feel like the word self-employed is even having a new meaning now. I'm talking to the people that's on this side, that's trying to, and that is living a spiritual life, including God in their life, living and moving and having their being as best they can with God in their lives. Self-employed is even having a new meaning, a new definition. So I'm not going to get into what that could mean to you personally, between you and God. I'm not led to do that. But it also has a new meaning. Well, I know how it resonates to me, what self-employed is meaning to me. It didn't mean what it used to mean maybe even a year ago, but let it resonate with you in your heart what the new definition of self-employed is. How are you transitioning into a new lifestyle? Does your life seem to be going in the same direction that it was maybe a year ago? And how is it becoming more as self-employed? Not the definition of self-employed that we used to have. Okay, but what God told me, the reason I turned on the video is because I'm walking in the dark, but I see. That's the same thing we could also say. We're walking in the dark, but we see. Yea, though I walk through the valleys of shadows of death, I will fear no evil, because thou art with me, your rod and your staff comfort me. But the reason I turned on the video is because God said that my spirit is very strongly leading me to say that we should be sleeping with a point blank, just going to say it, Wanda. We should be sleeping with pencil and paper beside us, on the table beside us, in the bed next to us while we're sleeping. We should be sleeping with pencil and paper or pad and pen or even your phone. I'm not no damn phone, forgive me, Father. But to be able to write down whatever dreams we had, whatever came to our spirit, because what's coming in my heart is like the rapture. And the spirit, the Christian definition, the way they describe the rapture was, the Bible say we shall be caught up in the twinkling of an eye, and He'll meet us in the sky. All of us will be right there. We'll be caught up, and we're gonna meet in the middle in the sky. But the reason I'm saying everybody, so we could start writing down our dreams, our messages that we're getting while we're asleep. And so, excuse me. So for one, that we don't forget it, because it's easily that dreams be forgotten. Like in less than a minute, we could forget it. But most dreams that we're receiving from the Father, you don't easily forget those. You kind of remember those. You may not remember them, but you usually will wake up right after them. That's kind of how you can distinguish whether you just had a dream because you ate crazy food, or you had a dream given from God. You usually wake up right after them, and they're not quickly removed from your mind. Once you have the dream, you kind of basically will remember them, and you wake up right after them. But the reason he's saying sleep with the pencil and paper and stuff beside us so we can write it down and start sharing our dreams, because we may not have no YouTube channels and all of that kind of stuff, but people that that you're walking in companionship on your spiritual walk, that you all can have depth conversations with regarding your spiritual experiences, and your iron sharpening iron. You two talk, you 2, 3, 4, how many other people you talk with on spiritual conversations that feeds your spirit, not just silly conversations that don't do anything. You just talking to be talking. But people that you can talk spiritually with, it's time to start sharing our dreams, because that's how, especially the ones that's new to the spiritual walk, even though they will be wise at their level and be wise when God want to, when, where, however He choose to use us, we will know. It's no tug of war on this thing. The tug of war days are basically over regarding our spiritual foundation. But the reason we share our dreams is because that will help us stay centered, anchored, focused, so we don't be distracted, so we can basically easily, without the confusion having a chance to just mess with us. It's time for us to be able to have the aggravations, that the pettiness, to be out of our atmosphere. It's time for us to be walking in a clear atmosphere spiritually, not being bothered with gnats and flies in our spiritual walk. Things that's just in the air, that we have to keep swatting out of our way. And one way that's going to help us do that spiritually is we need to start sharing our dreams, sharing what we believe God told us. And the reason being is because we are drawing together as one, and this will aid along in the natural realm this operation, because as I was getting ready to say, because the ones that's new, that made the decision to be on the spiritual walk, this will help us stay anchored and balanced and, focused, because whatever confirmation we're needing, these dreams and I would guess we'd say downloads that we're receiving from the Spirit will be resonating with not just you, but with us as a family, with us as a body, as a whole, as one. The confirmations are needing to be spreaded on the natural realm so we can make it easily to be connected to the spiritual realm. We're already connected, but we just need to make our road pathway clear, plain, level, so we don't have to keep going through unnecessary hurdles and potholes and floods and strong wind, We need our way clear, plain. We don't need to be bothered with the unnecessary mess. And what's going to help us avoid the unnecessary mess in our spiritual walk as a family, as a body, as one, is let us be more apt to share our dreams and what we're receiving in our hearts, something that can benefit us all. It may not seem logical to your natural mind, but if you believe God told this to you and you in your spirit, start sharing. It's time for us to start sharing it, because it's going to resonate with us all in the spirit. Somebody else may be saying, "Nah, that's crazy. I ain't going to share that." And then somebody else had that same similar confirmation. That will be confirmation to the two. And then if you had it, others had it too. So we need to start letting everybody know on this side that we're having basically the same messages, but given in different ways, different signs and different symbols but its meanings are being the same. God is sharing these same messages to us, but in different ways. And for us to avoid all the unnecessary, silly distractions and stuff that's just, it's time for it to get out of our way, and for us to be knit together, and for it to become an easier flow here in this natural 3D realm. Is let's start sharing our dreams, our messages we're receiving from the Spirit. Share it with those that we know we always have spiritual conversations, or someone that can can comprehend, or they may not agree with your dream or whatever, but we're not talking to each other flesh to flesh. We're talking to each other through the Spirit now. We're communicating spiritually. That's why the blank conversations in the natural, those need to be null and void, done with. It's time for us to be having depth conversations, deep calling deep, iron sharpening iron. If you're not edifying my spirit, if you're not giving information that will build, grow, enlighten, what are we talking about something anyway? If it's not a simple, hi, how you doing? Once it gets past, hi, how are you doing? And you start having a conversation, then that conversation does not need to be in vain. What are you talking for? Just say hi and bye if that's the case. But it's not time for us to even have blank, empty conversations. I don't care who we talking to. I don't care if it's your mom, your children. What are you talking about? They need to be conversations that build. Point blank. We don't have time to listen to silliness or to vanity. No, it's not about what you're talking about. If it's not building, edifying, enlightening, then what's the purpose? Stop it. So for one, let us sleep with our pencils and paper next to us. So when we have these dreams, these messages from God, from the Spirit, from the universe, however you want to describe it, your higher power, write it down so you'll be able to share it with your platform or with your spiritual partners, or with, just getting it out in the air so others can start resonating with the same message but given in a different way. So we all can be in one accord. So you can know that you're not crazy. So you can know that, wow, they had it, they see it, they believe it, they doing it too. So we can know that we're not the only one. There are more of us than there are of them. Why? Because we're not spreading gossip and slander as fast as the world is. So we need to start spreading to let us know, get this in our eyes and ears, instead of all the freaking news and terrible things that's going on out here in the world. Let us start being on a mission to spread our edifying, building, enlightening messages to each other. There are more of us, but the way this mess is coming in our ears and eyes of the world, it seemed like that's more. No, they're not the popular. God says, God just dropped confirmation on me saying that, because the Bible say, Christianity way, he said that a third of the heavens was kicked out. He didn't say all of heaven. No, there's more of us than there are of them. God said, open up their eyes that they can see that host. Host means what? Thousands and thousands and thousands of whatever, I guess. Host means a whole lot. I know that much. There's more of us than there are of them. But why aren't we knowing this? because we're flooded and with their mess in our face and ears and stuff. So God is saying, let us spread our messages to each other so we can get this in our ears, in our eyes. What's going on in our kingdom, in our business, on this side. We need to be linking up with the business on this side, our spiritual side. So this will help us stay focused and anchored and balanced, and to let us know we're not alone. Don't be ashamed of what God said, because it will resonate with others in our spiritual walk. It will resonate no matter how crazy that dream was. We're connecting spiritually. They don't have to connect with it naturally, mentally, in the physical realm. But in their spirit, if it's from God, we're connecting, we're bonding. Our body is being put together. Foot bone connected to the ankle bone connected to the knee bone, all of this leg bone, and we're being connected together. We're being formed as a functioning, oh, hallelujah, as a functioning body. All this dysfunction bodies, we're not in that. God is putting us together as a functioning body. Wow, I just had the video previously God had given me in my spirit about we're having the new functional families are being presented. They are here. We are here. Our functioning body is here. So let us connect and share. And again, we may not be on no platform talking to thousands, hundreds of people. No, you talk to that one that you have. I don't care if they laying right there in the bed with you. But y'all talk edifying conversations. Y'all could talk to each other with reasoning and intentions to build, not to tear down and destroy and divide. If you still having conversations like that with people and you trying to walk spiritually, you ain't got with the program yet. I'm going to go because I didn't get up for this here to share this video on this Father. I don't want to do it like this, Father. But I hope we got the message. Let's share our dreams. Share our messages we're getting from the Spirit. And the purpose is so that our bodies can be a functioning body spiritually without all of the distractions and unnecessary things we're going through to stay focused and balanced and connecting. So share it. One person, two person, 10, 20,000, whoever, share it. Because we're not alone. There are others that do resonate, that do relate, comprehend, and the spiritual connecting to what you're saying. This is how God is going to speak to us different ways, but meaning the same thing. And a lot of this is coming through our dreams and visions. Share it.